Welcome back to Native Stir Fry. My name is Jason.
I'm Ailish.
I'm Will.
It's Jimmy.
And this is our special guest today. Her name is Alexiz. Say hi.
Hi.
Welcome. And we are... Oh, sorry. Hold up. Everyone clap for her. And we are...
Native
Stir Fry. How's everyone doing today? How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Ailish?
I'm doing really good.
That's good. Jimmy?
I'm doing great, bro.
You will?
I'm doing good.
That's good to see. That's good to know, actually. My bad. So, Alexis, how do you know us? Do you want to explain the story?
Okay, so I know you. You're my friend, and you're friends of... They're friends of you.
Yeah. And I'll explain how we met.
Okay.
So, we met freshman year? Sophomore year?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year, so we've been friends for quite a bit now. And we just... I don't know how we met. I think it was through mutual acquaintances.
Met online.
Oh, okay. We're going with the honest truth then. I thought we were
Let's
covering
hear
it
it.
up. But
Let's
yeah.
hear it. Yeah. Met online.
Yeah, we met online. And then we just started talking and we were just being friends. And then like a whole year later when we first decided to actually hang out. And there's a reason. It's because she lives really far away. And she can't drive. So
I can drive.
she couldn't drive at the time.
That's true.
So then, yeah, we just met through that, and then ever since then, she's been like one of my closest friends. Yeah, and I'm glad to get you on because you have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
You are nervous? It's okay, don't be
Yes.
nervous. We're just all friends talking, right, guys?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so how come it was hard to get you on? Huh?
What do you mean?
Because you live.
I go to college 4 hours away
Yeah,
from
exactly.
here. I
Which-
live in Grand Junction.
Grand Junction. How's that? What college do you go to?
Colorado Mesa University.
Oh shoot! What are you studying?
I'm going for social work and I'm going to minor in psychology.
Dang! So you're helping the world out.
Yeah, that's my goal.
It's good to hear. So how's like the college life since? So you're obviously dorming there.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it a lot.
What's like the benefits of being out there?
You get to be on your own. I think that's definitely one of the biggest things is you get to be your own person. And especially in a whole entire new city and town. You get to explore something different. And it's in the country, so.
Also, a whole different environment that you went to.
Yeah.
But you're liking it though, right?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I definitely do miss the city a lot.
Sorry, what?
I miss the city a lot.
Oh, you do miss the
Yeah.
city? Yeah, I'm a city person, so I definitely love living in the city. What about you guys? You're a city
It's like a
person?
toss-up for me.
Awesome.
I could take one.
Really?
I mean, I'd rather live in the city, but like the other parts of the world are cool.
No, I feel that I feel like I have to live in the city, but if I don't have any like countryside, I'm not gonna like it because I like going hiking and all that. Even though like get tired after like half a mile. I like going outdoors, doing all the outdoors things, and like if I don't have that and I'm just stuck in the city, kind of gets like boring and like kind of sad because you're just stuck in the city. With just constant things always going like the same old things,
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'm a city person. How would you explain your college life since you aren't in a dorm? You just
Yeah, I go to ACC, Arapahoe Community College, so it's not like I'm like dorming there or anything. It's pretty close from my house, like 15-minute drive max. Depends on traffic though, and I don't mind it because you still have that independence when you go there. It is hard to make friends though. Like when I first got there, I'm like, how do people make friends here? Because if you're not in class, no one's there basically if you're not in class, or you're like in the library, but I never go there. And it's not like we have a lot of like social areas. Like there's only one like lounge and it's kind of quiet, so it's awkward to like actually meet up and hang out there. And then like there's no like cafeteria, it's just a cafe, kind of like imagine like gas station stuff and then plus like a cafe. So I'll walk around there sometimes, and then they have like a little gift shop next to it. But like I said, if you're not in a class, you're not at the school. But it's not bad. I enjoy it because it's less of a change. I'm really bad at with change, so it's a good transition from like high school and college, and also it's not as hard, or like, even though there's older people in your classes sometimes, like, it's kind of nice knowing that, because there's no like competition with grades and stuff, especially like with math, because right now I'm just taking general ed classes, but I'm enjoying it a lot, and I think I only have to stay at that school for my like interior design major, and yeah, it's going well so far. I really like it.
Oh, so you could just stick with your major just in that.
Yeah, because I just need like a certificate and like the licensing kind of. Like I just need to take a test eventually or something. Yeah, so I don't have to go.
So it's not like a degree, or?
It is. It is.
Associates?
Yes. Yeah.
Associates. What's the difference between like undergraduate and associates and bachelor?
So
It's just how long you stay there.
associates and bachelors are both undergrad.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What does
Graduate means you already have a degree in, like, you already have a bachelor's, and you're going back for
for more school? Dang.
for like a PhD, an MD, things like that.
I could never do that. I'll be honest, I barely even finished high school. High school is
Mm.
all that I need for me.
Yeah.
But Jimmy, you go to college too, but wow, we all have different experiences for college. You go online college, so how's that like?
It's pretty fun. It's
Fun.
nice. I get to stay home, and I can do school whenever basically, and I have a lot of free time, so I can work, and just hang out and with friends.
Mhm.
I'm actually pretty busy.
Yeah.
Pretty often.
You
Yeah.
are.
But that's my fault. I like to take on projects,
Yeah.
big projects. So.
So you say you could do it at any time. It's not like Zoom calls that you have to do.
They have Zoom calls, but they also record it. So like, if I don't want to watch it, I can just watch it later. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
dang.
Yeah,
So,
and then I just have to do assignments and turn them in.
dang. So
Pretty much.
would you say it's easier than like just normal?
It's definitely a lot easier than
Yeah.
regular school.
Yeah.
More
Sure.
flexible.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like going to classes. I'm not glad I ditch.
You did your
classes.
lot.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, because I get busy too. I have a really busy schedule throughout my whole entire week. I have it set every single day. But like going to classes is kind of mandatory. Like it counts towards your grades, and for some classes there they record your classes, but mine don't. So I have to show up, or else I miss out on an entire lesson, or in class points I can get from that. So definitely, online sounds better. I'm gonna be taking a hybrid class next year for psychology.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Mondays and Wednesdays will be in class, and then Fridays are online for me.
I have a question. So during the COVID times, some of us got a choice to go online or in person. What did you guys choose, and why did you guys choose that? Will?
Chose hybrid. Just so like, what is it? If I don't want to go into school, like, I can just chill on fucking Zoom and shit. Or if I want to go into school for like interactions and shit, I can just go in, learn like that.
Wasn't hybrid like some days you go, some days you don't?
Yeah, it's like a, what is it? Blue and silver. That's how our school
Yeah.
handled it. Like
Block
silver day
schedule.
we go in some days, and then blue day we go in some days. I don't know. It's kind of complicated,
I
but like,
think
you get used to it.
half the school would go one day, the other half would go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it works.
Yeah.
And then it would rotate like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
For me, if I had the option with full online or full in person, I'm definitely going in person, because online you just get so much more distracted. Because
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
so when I was online, that's when my grades were at the all-time low. I was
Mhm.
failing every class.
Me too.
Because it's honestly like, you could decide to wake up and turn on your computer and join. And like, during COVID, like online and in person, my parents weren't as strict because they trusted me. Sorry, mom and dad. They trusted me to log in online. But most of the time, I'll sleep through all my classes besides my last one.
Yeah.
And then I would end up falling asleep in that class too.
I mean, even I would join a class like on my phone, no camera on. I would just sleep.
Yeah.
I just leave that shit on.
The one bad thing about that though, like since you get to sleep in, I've definitely slept through a class and my teacher was just waiting for me to wake up to talk to me. And it's just so embarrassing because I wake up and then like obviously I log out but the teacher's still in there. Then she sends me emails like, Jason, were you sleeping in class? I was like, no, my phone was just broken. It couldn't log me out. really, your phone was broken for like an hour and you didn't do anything? Like,
Wow.
you see, it's just like technology nowadays is so advanced. I can't keep up with the day's time. So
True.
I made so much excuses for online. That's why I'm an in-person learner, because in person I feel like I have a plan, a structure that I have to follow. Like I go to school and I go to classes
It's hands-on.
Yeah, it's
'cause
more
you can't-
hands-on.
You can't get away with like sleeping in class.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're just cool with the teacher.
I mean, you can. It's just like it's like
it's frowned upon.
it's frowned upon.
Disrespectful.
I don't really care, because like a brother's tired. Let a brother sleep.
Yeah.
I learn better if I'm awake. So
I mean, even in Zoom classes, like when I was sleeping, I would make sure to hear like the teacher saying, "Okay, bye." I'd wake my ass up,
really,
close that shit out.
I'm a deep sleeper. I started sleeping and started snoring. And this one time, a really embarrassing story. All right, we're in so we have this one in freshman year. You had to take this class called what was it? No, it's not Axis.
Study hall.
Study hall. Which
Yeah.
You just go in there, do work, and you start reading all that bullshit. I just went in. I took a nap. I was in a deep nap, and usually, it's kind of embarrassing. Like when I fart, like I could sense it coming, but this time I was just such a deep nap.
It just released.
It released, and then I finally woke up after it was going off for for like a minute, not a minute, like a few seconds. I woke up, but like I knew what I just done, so I didn't lift my head up from my arms.
You're just hiding.
I was just hiding because I knew everyone was gonna be looking at me. So then,
This motherfucker just farted.
one of our friends, Jaron, was in the class with me, and he started snapping me. He's like, "You stinky!" And I was like, "Dude, I'm just gonna wait till class ends," and I still had like a whole hour left until class ended. So I just took another nap. But like, it's so bad to sleep in class. But like, it's honestly, it woke me up for the rest of the day. I didn't fall asleep in any of my other classes. So honestly, teachers should have school should have like a class in the beginning of the day, just like sleep,
Nap class.
Taking it back to
Kindergarten.
Preschool.
Yeah, exactly. Or how do you guys feel about school starting later and ending later?
That's kind of ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know.
like it either.
Really? I'm all on board.
I'd rather.
I mean, I don't need to deal with
you-
it, so like I'm fine. But it
I'd
sounds like
rather
ass.
just have a shorter day.
Yeah.
But not like, start later, end later. That would suck. I hate leaving school later than 2, because I'm so used to that. Because especially now that the sun sets at like 5, maybe earlier. Like you get home, you only have like an hour or something to yourself, and then you're doing homework, and then that's it. So that's
I mean,
why
who
I'd
did
rather-
homework?
Yeah, who did homework, honestly?
I don't do
I
it.
did
Like,
homework.
before
I
would
did
try.
homework.
Like 5 minutes before class.
I would
Oh,
try.
what? Oh, I did my homework.
I would do it at
school.
night, like right
Yeah, but
before
like
sleep.
I like 12 at night, 12 a.m.
I like midnight.
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys took the hard route in school. You gotta know how to play the system.
Play the system.
Do like every homework once in a few months, and then
Yeah.
Only do the important ones.
Well, for me, it's different because I didn't really care about my grades. I was a bad student. I knew I wasn't going to go to college, so I was like, the fuck? I need
What are you doing now?
I'm in realtor school, and I'm doing this podcast. But realtor school, they don't look at my grades. If they did, fuck, I'm fucked. But, yeah, like, in school, I was honestly just trying to have fun in it instead of, like, learn from it. And that's why I say high school was one of my best times in life. Because that's where I had one of the most fun. I know I'm still young saying that, but still. I wouldn't mind going back to high school for like a week.
No, fuck.
No, fuck that.
No.
Like I miss the experience, but like fuck high school.
It's
Yeah.
not worth going back for.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'm like a really cliche person. I like High School Musical, so like I want to go back to high school and do all the things I never got to do in high
That's
school.
fair.
I was broke in high school.
Yeah, me too. But high school
Yeah.
was a rough time. But like, sorry about that.
We'll edit that out.
Do you really need money in high school though? Like, what are you really doing?
Yes.
Lunch money?
Because you get your car in high school, so you gotta pay that off.
Car?
And then you're starting like friendships. You gotta save up for college, like getting a job. I had 2 jobs through high school for a little
I
bit.
remember that.
Yeah, and it definitely helps helped me a lot now that I'm in college.
Really?
To save up, yeah.
So you have all that money saved up from high school? And
Yeah, I still do.
do you work in college right now?
No, not yet. Because I don't have my car out there.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
debating it, starting a job next semester, but for sure, like sophomore and on, I'm gonna get
Do you
a
think
job.
you can handle it?
Yeah, I think so.
But you already saying you're ditching classes, so
Yeah, for good reasons.
what is that good reason?
Well, the last class I ditched was because I had to pack for my flight here. And then the time before that I ditched was because I had a paper due that I didn't get started on.
So what you're
and
saying-
I mean, the teachers tell me, like, you don't gotta show up this day. I'm like, okay. I'm
So
not
what
gonna
you're
show up.
saying
They tell me
is
to.
you're not a good time manager. If you knew you
I'm
had
a
a pack.
procrastinator. I'm really good at procracticing.
I feel
I think
that.
everyone is.
Yeah, I think everyone is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't do my homework until the morning it was due.
I literally didn't do shit.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I had a job in high school. I remember one of my teachers. She was like, "Listen, you gotta pick your grades up." I was like, "I'm working a job. I gotta go to a job after." Except like I didn't even work during school days. And then she was like, "Okay, I'll cut you some slack." And I was like, "All right."
What a cool teacher.
Yeah, I still didn't do shit, but like,
Yeah, I was babysitting during COVID, and I was like, "Hey, can I get some extra time? I don't got time to finish this assignment." And she's like, "Yeah, sure. I'll give you like another week."
Wow, really?
And then 1 week turned to 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks turned to like 5 months. And
that's the best part.
Wow.
What was your guys' best excuse for not being able to turn in your work? I could go first.
Yeah.
Alright, my best excuse was, so it was during COVID time, and then I was like, I'm working a job, and like I put my parents in this, which is pretty bad. I was like, my parents can't work right now, so I'm the only one working.
Really?
And then my teacher was like, you know, that's understandable. Like, you don't have to turn this in. And I was like, thank you. While I was sitting at home sleeping, my parents were working, so.
Oh my gosh. Mine was pretty similar to that.
Really?
I was like, my parents are working, so I gotta stay home and babysit my baby nephew, which was true. Like, I'd have a baby in my lap on the Zoom calls, so they're like, "Oh,
Dang, so you're picking up girls. I see your plan. You weren't doing that because you were babysitting.
I was babysitting."
But there's an additional benefit to that.
There was a benefit,
You had your camera on and be like, oh, hey, baby.
but I was talking to the baby.
Oh. All the girls were like, dang, he could be a good father.
Yeah, he's a single father.
He's a single father. Man, I'll show him a good time.
Wow.
What? Anyways, Alex, what's your best excuse?
Like now in school, I'm just honest. Like in art and drawing.
Honest.
I'm just like, yeah, I forgot. She's like, okay, just turn it in next time.
Where does that lead
Okay.
you in life?
The heck?
Being
She's fine.
honest.
She's like, okay.
Really?
Just turn,
My
it's just drawing
professors do not
assignments.
let me turn in any work.
Yeah, no, they're actually at my school. They're pretty easygoing. Like, yeah, they don't really care that much. Like, unlike how high school teachers say they care, they don't. And so I'm honest. But like before, I think I also wouldn't like say excuses often. I would just I think the one time I did was just like, oh, my internet's down.
Oh, I use that
That's
a
a
lot.
common
Yeah.
excuse.
That's
That
like
That
it's
was
the
it.
easiest shit to
Especially
do. on
during
fucking
It really
Zoom calls.
is.
Yeah.
What was your biggest excuse for not being able to turn in work?
I think I was also honest. I was like, yeah, I forgot about it. I mean, I did lie in middle school. I said my computer broke, but it wasn't my computer. It was actually my stepdad's, so I didn't use it. So I made him write a note that
Oh,
the
really?
computer broke.
You got a note.
Yeah. And yeah, I got away with it. I just didn't do my work.
I remember one time in high school, so I knew a teacher assistant and he was writing passes. And then I just took some passes and wrote them for myself. And I was like, I gotta go.
That should work.
Yeah, it does work.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because it's
Well,
just
I'm-
students, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I played the system.
Yeah, no, you
did.
played this.
We did
system
on
wrong.
EP Calc. Because
What?
after school we had to do like mandatory meetings.
Ooh.
And we'd steal extra papers for the next meeting so that way our friends could be absent. We just write the answers for them. So they get credit.
Dang.
So it gave them extra credit.
Wow.
But did you help them in the future with them already knowing the answers? So what kind of friend are you?
What do you mean?
You're not
I
helping
help
them learn. You give them the answers.
No, I mean, they're going to class. That was just prepping for us for our exam.
Okay.
So-
Okay, I guess that passes for helping out friends. So in college, do you guys, or I know you told your experience, but for you two, do you guys think it's easier to make friends or?
For me, I think it's weird making friends out there because you don't make friends in classes, you make friends outside of classes. The majority of the friends that I have now just came up to me randomly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just walking by and they're like, hey, like, can I get your stuff? I'm like, okay, sure. Or
Was it a guy that said that?
no, majority of guys, but I have had some girls do that as well. Like,
okay.
we went to watercoloring with my roommate,
Uh-huh.
and this girl next to us was like, can we just get your snap? And we're like, okay, sure. And we, made
And now
friends
you
with
guys are
them.
friends?
Yeah, we did a bonfire, like, a fire pit outside of our dorm, and we added, like, everyone there, too. We're still cool with them.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, friends like that, like, that's easier to make. Inside your classes, no one really talks to each other.
Really?
Yeah, unless you're put in groups, then you talk to each other, but...
I see,
Yeah.
I see. What about you, Jimmy? Since you're online, can you even make
I ain't
friends?
got no friends.
I was about to say, isn't it like hard as fuck to do
It's,
that?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any friends from school, but all my friends are from other stuff, like high school,
Yeah, just like outside.
outside activities.
Yeah.
They do a lot of those.
Yeah, that's good. I
So,
mean, it's good you're in other activities
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
I stay involved in like my community.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff
How
like
so?
that.
Would you say?
I get involved like with our old school, our old high school, things like that.
True.
I was like working one of the events. Basically, I went up there and I was like in charge of all their audio equipment because they had like this. It's called Coffee Gym, where like kids come and perform, and I was basically in charge of sound for that entire night. So things like that. Networking with my community.
Hey.
I work with a bunch of like churches. So, because I'm a Christian musician, so I work with
Oh, wow.
a bunch of churches. I have an internship at a church, and I go around, I play guitar, and then people just randomly come up to me and they're like, hey, you did really good. And I'm like, thank you. And then, you know, we become friends. Things like
Yeah.
that. Things like that.
Cool.
It's just,
Well, you heard it here, guys. He's a musician, so
yeah.
his Instagram will be linked down.
Yeah.
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 I think for me, though, since, like, well, like, I'm in realtor school, but, like, no one talks in that. I feel like it's a lot harder to make friends nowadays. Because just, like, especially with COVID, too, like...
Yeah,
more
everyone's
people-
worried about shit.
Yeah, and then she's like, where do I go make friends? Like, I'm not really involved in my community like you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's harder to make friends, you know?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause, like, there's nowhere to go meet them. Like, if I was in school, that's where I made most of my friends from.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I made a friend of you from online, so I guess I could do that again. But that nowadays, it's just like, you know, it's a
Yeah.
little weird now. What about you, Will? Like, how do you feel like making friends and that?
I mean, I'm not like in like college or anything. I'm not
Mhm.
involved in my community. I'm taking like a gap year, figure out what I want to do. But like, just from like hanging out with you guys bring more people into the group, and then yeah, we start becoming friends through friends and shit.
Oh, mutual
Yeah.
acquaintances.
Friends through friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's how I made most of my friends, is through friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we have some questions from our fans here. That,
Yeah, what'd they say?
alright, here, let me see the best one. Alright, what are your guys' pet peeves?
Oh,
Ailish, you
man.
could go first. Unless someone else has
Uh,
an idea right away.
gosh, I have a lot for sure.
Top 3.
There's a lot, like, from socially, pet peeves. I don't know, when people, like, take things too seriously and get angry for, like, no reason. I'm like, come on, bro. Because, like, gotta have some humor. If not even humor, just, like, chill. Like, come on. Open-mindedness when people aren't open-minded, so kind of the same page. Those are my only 2 right now. I would
Only
like
2
to
that
hear
you
your
think?
guys's. Yeah.
Alexis?
Definitely ignorance and open-mindedness as well is a big one for me. One that I've gotten in college is like the pick-me people.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing.
I
Yeah.
think we could all agree with that.
Yes.
You want to explain the story? Of
No, I don't want to explain
No?
the story.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
But there's definitely people I know that are pick-me's and they like put other people down. They even put me down. It's changed like how I've acted in front of them. But like I hate it a lot.
Yeah.
And they show nothing but kindness to them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Kindness. No being pick me. What about you, Will?
I don't know. I don't really have like major ones, but like what the two things they listed pretty much like I kind of have the same problems with.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have anything to go into. They already explained it.
Yours, Jimmy?
I don't like when people chew really loudly.
Oh, really?
Like that
Okay,
bothers me.
yeah, that's true.
People chew like super loud, and I'm like,
Sorry.
it's just
Like,
it just bothers me.
okay.
I don't know. I'm like, did you never learn how to eat properly? I don't like messes.
Don't like what?
Messes. I like to be clean, organized,
Uh huh.
Mm.
as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that bothers me. Things that are tilted, you know, if it's not straight, if it's crooked.
You got OCD?
I got OCD pretty bad. Yeah.
Dang.
I have a lot of pet peeves. I have to think about them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think for me, pick me people is definitely one of them. 'Cause it's just like, you're being so annoying. Like, for example, like I had this one past friend. I'm not gonna mention his or her name, but like I was talking to a girl, you know, trying to do my thing, and then this person just started becoming a pick me person. It was like, oh, I'm so ugly and all that. I'm just like, man, you are attention whore. I didn't say man or woman. Man, you or woman, you're attention whore. So I'm not talking about anyone specific. She's like, dude. Okay. Come on, like, just, why you gotta do that? Like, you're trying to make everything about you. And I hate people that try to make everything about you. Another pet peeve is I hate know-it-alls. Like, just accept that you don't know something and learn. Don't mess up something because you think you know everything. And it's just like, come on, everyone can learn. You'll never not stop learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve. And Jimmy, I chew loudly.
You do chew loudly.
So I'm one of them, huh?
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Really? Is it really fine? I'll stop.
No, I just ignore it.
I don't know.
When it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of annoying, but
What about like breathing in the mic, but they don't realize?
that's pretty annoying, Jason.
Me?
I didn't say names. You call them on.
I don't breathe in my mic, you know, because I don't have a working mic. So,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, another question. Let's see. I'm trying to pick the good ones because some of them are dumb.
These are our fans.
I'm sorry, no.
We care about all of your questions.
Yeah, it's actually really
I know.
good, I see. All right.
Bro.
What is your most embarrassing moment in life? I just like to say something. I have a weird mind. Like, I just remember more embarrassing things than I remember good moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I'm just, like, walking around the house and I'm just like, damn, that was so embarrassing. Why did I do that?
That hits me sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, like, the worst, too, because it's, like, so embarrassing. Like,
Yeah, you think back on it like, what the fuck?
yeah, what was I
back
doing?
then?
Like, you know?
I'm like the opposite, so like that's why I have to think about this.
I don't know, it's hard to
And I'll name one that's old. Like we were at Disneyland. My mom's like, "Don't trip. There's the railroad, because there's like that railroad." Like a second later, on that same railroad. Oh my god. Oh, but this brings me into a pet peeve. Sorry. When people like are over exaggerating and like being too nice, or like, "Are you okay? Oh my god, I'm so like." Oh, are you alright? Do you need any help? And I'll be like, I'm fine. Like I've been hit with a soccer ball before at like elementary
Why you point
school.
at me, Eilish?
Because Jason wanted me to be like a goalie, but
And
like,
you saved the goal, so
I
thank you.
saved the
Eilish.
goal, and it hit my head, and I was fine, literally fine. Like if I'm not crying, I'm good. But even when I cry, I'm fine. So I just don't like when people are too like, are you okay?
Like, overreacted.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine. But yeah, embarrassing moment was when I fell like a second after my mom told me not to.
That is pretty embarrassing, Eilish. You should watch where you're going.
I should. I'm pretty clumsy, like really.
Alexis,
I can't think of any right now.
do you want to call on someone else to go first?
Yeah, you can go next, Will.
I'm gonna be honest. I cut that shit out. Cause like I don't want to dwell on some fucking embarrassing
Just
ass
block
shit.
it out of your
Fair.
mind.
Yeah, no, I lock that shit up in my mind and keep it away. But it does sometimes pop out. I'm like, what the fuck? What did I do?
doing, bro?
Yeah, what was
What
I
was
doing?
I
Mhm.
What about you, Jimmy?
Honestly, I have a really bad memory. If you know me well, I can't remember
Yeah, Asian.
much. But also, like, I don't really care. I don't care what people think of me. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
was it embarrassing?
Mm,
Maybe, but I
It's
don't.
not
care.
embarrassing if you don't make it.
exactly.
Exactly. I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't like when people feel awkward or get awkward. You know what I mean? I always.
What?
Keep going.
Continue.
Anyways, like, I don't see the need or the reason behind it. There's no reason for it for things to be awkward
Yeah,
I feel that
unless
way.
you make it awkward.
Yeah.
So,
unless you like go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
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 'Cause
I wish I
remember-
could think like you guys.
All right,
But-
Jason, share some.
I make things awkward.
Yeah, no, that's why I look at you.
I want to hear some stories from you, Jason.
Embarrassing story. All right. Well, I think it was in 5th grade. I broke my wrist, and I told I did not want to tell everyone the real reason why I broke my wrist. I had 2 different stories. I told the teachers I fell when climbing a tree, which wasn't true.
Uh-huh.
Told my friends I just fell while walking on ice. But the real reason was I was at my cousin's house. I was climbing their punching bag, and I just fell, like, not even that high. I just fell and broke my wrist, and, like, you want to act cool when you break something, you know? So I was like, nah, that's
Yeah.
embarrassing. I
Okay.
fell off of ice, which is better than falling on my own
It's
mistake.
like an accent, yeah.
That's one memory I could never forget. It's just how embarrassing I was.
I have a similar one. It's how I broke like my elbow when I was like 8. I don't know. Again, I was young, and my cousins had this like playground in their backyard, and it was like a slide, probably as tall as like 4 feet. Four
So like a
feet
kid
5.
slide.
Yeah, it was a kid slide. I go on, I sit at the top. I don't even know what happened. I just, literally, I didn't even start going down, I don't think. I just fall to my right side,
Ooh, Ailish.
landed on my elbow, started crying. My dad's like, you're fine, just sleep on it.
Mhm.
We went home early from that dinner that we had with them. And then it turns out I broke my elbow. So that was embarrassing now, but like, it's also just funny, honestly.
Yes, funny.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I remember some of my embarrassing stories. Because now that I think of it, it's just like pretty funny to think about.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are.
So that's why I don't want to shut it completely away. But like sometimes when
I mean, sometimes it just comes back and it's like,
yeah.
that's embarrassing, but it's coming.
Yeah.
All right, next question. That was a good one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, not everyone shared a story. Alexis, do you
Well,
have one?
I thought about when you were talking about falling on the slide.
Okay.
When I was like 7, I've somersaulted down a flight of stairs by accident. I don't know how.
Wow.
Like, actually tumbled down. And it hurt. And my Theo came around. He was like, "You good?"
Oh, wow.
Would you say you're a clumsy person?
Yeah, I am.
I heard you say you were a
Oh
clumsy
yeah,
person.
I can relate to that so much. I've definitely fallen down my stairs.
Mhm.
It's hurt.
Yeah, I'm definitely a clumsy person. Like when earlier when I was coming down the stairs, I just hit my wall. But I'm no
You
control.
charged at that wall.
I
so-
know.
I'm so clumsy. I think I'm probably the clumsiest one here.
Probably.
Probably.
Dang, you're clumsy, but you have OCD, which is.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yikes.
How does that feel?
It's contradicting. I
It
don't know.
is.
Yes.
Never
I
ending
don't know. Dude.
pain.
True.
It's just it's just never ending.
Never-ending pain. Down. That's torture right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to our next question. What's the craziest things you guys ever done?
Craziest thing.
I don't know. What do you mean by crazy? You know, like crazy as in life endangering crazy,
Oh,
or just like
there's
crazy?
a couple of those.
Yeah, there's
I'd
a
say life endangering or just straight up like wild, like you're wild.
life endangering. I got a story to tell. So I'm really into cars. I like driving fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I brought my friends on one day. It was you and who else? Cody.
I think it was Cody.
Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to a car meet, and I was trying to race, but no one had raced because I was in my mom's family sedan at the time. So I was kind of mad. I was like, man, So then I just decided to go really fast. And like the car has bad understeering problems, and we're just going fast. We're taking a curve on the highway at like 115, and then we're all the way on the far right lane, and the curve took us all the way to the far left lane. I just remember seeing Will close his eyes, tuck himself in.
Oh no, I didn't close my eyes.
It was you.
Getting deeper into the chair. I was like, I'm ready for. I'm preparing
Ready
for
for
that.
death.
I'm preparing for this curve.
Alex, how did you react?
I was just like, damn, we're close, but I wasn't like, I was semi preparing for death, but like luckily we had enough space to save ourselves. But that was wild seeing it for sure. I think I was just watching like, oh my god.
Me, I was just driving like, oh damn, I'm about to kill all my friends.
And no one said anything in this situation. It was fucking silent as hell.
Yeah, it went completely silent. There wasn't even music playing either.
No.
It just went completely
I
quiet.
would have been
So
screaming
fast.
at you.
Yeah.
Everyone was just accepting their fate. Which, thank you guys. That's how much like you guys trust in me.
Yeah, I
you
didn't
guys, like,
blame
Yeah, because like
I
if
was
we're screaming in a situation like that, it's gonna put more pressure on you.
yeah,
You're
I'm probably gonna
make
get
a
pissed off and
mistake.
look back and then end up hitting anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just turning. I was like, damn, I really killing my friends. But it's okay. They're okay with it.
They all
No one
accept
said
that,
anything,
like-
so I was like,
Yeah.
it's life. We moved on.
Exactly.
I just secretly had a death wish. You just all wanted to die.
Yeah, maybe. What?
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure there's others, but this was recent, like Halloween or before Halloween. We went to the club because we're 18, so it was like a night for us. People dance. This is just crazy because I don't even dance with my friends, with anyone. I've never danced with anyone, so yeah, this girl comes up to our friend. They're rooting him on. I just look back. I'm like, yeah. You know, out of nowhere, this girl, she was dressed as a cowgirl, so she had the cowgirl hat.
Oh, you remember this vividly.
Yeah, you remember this
I mean,
vividly.
I have
don't
to
even
remember this story, yeah. So, I do forget, like, how she invited me to join them to dance. So, yeah, I danced with them. It was, you know, our guy friend, her, and then me at the front. This is where it gets wild. I didn't do this. All of a sudden, thing that's happened to me that I've done, I guess. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You like that. We know you do, Ailish.
Yeah, that's why you remember this.
It was really awkward.
How to act.
But she was like older, and so like I don't know. She seemed cool. I could tell it was just for fun. So I'm like, I don't care. Like whatever. Yeah.
Don't lie, Ailish. You know you want to do that again.
No.
We'll find out back at the
I don't
club.
want to. Dancing's so awkward for me. So that was just like my worst nightmare, honestly. Cause I'm
You don't like dancing?
not like that. Not at a club.
I love dancing. You know, I'm like one of the worst dancers you
No,
ever
I
see.
love watching you dance.
You're not
You
bad.
were good.
I'm pretty bad, you
You
know.
have some moves.
But like, you know, just get a little fun drink in me, and then I don't give a damn what people think of me. I was dancing the whole night. I got so tired,
You're so
I literally
good.
couldn't even squat down no more. And I mean, why was I squatting in the first place? I don't know. But I am a wild dancer. I got it from my brothers, you know. Just like seeing them, like not give a fuck. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give a fuck. And I just started dancing. Even though it's not good, it's just like whatever. You know.
Mhm.
You had some good Michael Jackson moves.
I
was
am
impressed.
a Michael Jackson. Reincarnated.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I know how to do the moonwalk. Don't
Mhm.
ask me to though, but I know.
It was good. I would say it's pretty good.
Thank you,
Of course.
Alexis. What's your crazy story?
I don't know if I have like crazy ones. I've been chased by someone on my bike before.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
that's pretty terrible.
Bellow. I was in the Bellows, and I was coming back from the park with my cousin and my sister, and this guy, he was staring at us in this white van when we were going to the park,
Oh my god.
and I make eye contact with him, and when we came back, because I forgot my final, so I went back, and when we were coming back, that's when he left his house and started following us. It's just a straight road down. I started pedaling faster because I was like, that's kind of weird that someone in Mount Bella is following us, not honking at us to get out of the road. Because yes, usually they do. When I sped up, he started speeding up a lot more too.
Oh
Dang.
god.
And I was getting pretty scared, and I was telling my cousin, I was like, we gotta go faster, like, this guy's following us. I don't know how I feel about it. He was like, okay. So we started going faster, and the guy kept going faster and faster. And I ended up falling on my bike. And I opened my chin. And I had
Oh,
a chunk
damn.
of skin hanging out.
Oh.
I bruised my hip and I scraped my hands. I had to wear an eye patch for a week.
Dang.
Eye patch.
Yeah, and I had to get stitches on my chin because it's opened up. My lip was busted. And no one believed me that the guy was following us.
What?
He really was.
I believe it.
I have a question though. If he was following you down a straight line, why didn't you take a turn?
Because I fell off my bike and I started screaming.
Oh.
So then he turned the next corner that he could.
Oh.
Oh my God.
So you should have just started screaming in the first place.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to bring attention in the middle of
I
mom bellow. And like, what if I was wrong? What if he wasn't following me and he's just a really patient guy behind kids?
I
It's a
mean,
little girl.
In a white van.
I would
Yeah, in a
White
white
van.
van.
That's
I
a
like
red flag
Brand.
already.
That waited for me to come back from the park.
Yeah.
You know?
That's terrible.
well,
You can't make assumptions.
can't make assumptions. That is true.
I would assume the worst.
I kind of
Yeah.
had a similar story. Though.
Yeah.
You got a crazy story?
I had a similar story to that. It's kind of like, what is it? I was hanging out with some old friends. We were walking up this street. It was off your street,
Oh,
going on
God.
to,
The
I don't know.
Chatfield, I think.
No.
I forget.
It was like,
Whatever.
I was coming off a street, and then, we passed by this guy's house, and then we kept on going. We were going to take a turn, and then we realized this guy was following us.
Damn.
And, we kept going, cut on my street, and he was still following us, so we, like, spun the block a couple times.
Spun
then-
the block.
Yeah. And then, like, yeah, he was still, like, we were kind of, like, hurrying up, and then we realized he was, like, jogging towards us. So we were like, okay, we gotta cut this guy out.
Wow.
And there's a cul-de-sac we went up, and we just hid behind a couple cars, and we saw him pass by, and we were like, what the fuck do we do?
Oh my
Like, how do we get out of this? And
So
we
what-
were like,
Sorry.
I think they were trying to call someone or something, and then we like looked down the cul-de-sac. He's coming up the cul-de-sac now. The two people, my two friends, they started running away, and the guy was saying some weird ass shit. He was like,
Really?
"You can't run away now."
No.
Ooh.
It was some fucking freaky ass shit.
I hate
But like,
that.
it was because he was following us because he thought we threw rocks at his car.
Ah.
We didn't do shit, except he was following us like the whole time. And turns out he was registered.
Really?
Oh.
He was a registered sex
How
offender.
did you find out?
What is it? I think
Actress?
his mom like searched it up or something,
Oh.
like his name and
Oh.
shit.
Wow.
Dang.
I don't know. And then he talked to me and he was like, "Do you know where those guys live?" And I was like,
Oh
"It's
my
just
God.
somewhere around there." He's like, "Yeah, "You don't need to lie to me." He was like,
Uh,
"What the fuck?"
That is crazy.
Yeah,
That's pretty scary. That's so sketch.
Yeah.
yeah. But like I've had some like other crazy stories. It's mainly with you.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a normal guy.
Oh, yes.
Are you?
What crazy story can you mention right now?
Like a go kart.
Oh.
We have to hear this.
Alright.
You wanna go here?
I'll take over.
Yeah.
So, back in middle school, I bought a go-kart. This is the best thing I ever had. Because you're in middle school and you have a mobile transportation.
Yeah, you were thugged out.
I was like, I had a go-kart and I had a motorbike. I
Yeah.
had like all the... Well, I guess I was lazy because I didn't want to pedal. So, I had to put an engine on it. But anyways, we're just going off-roading. So there's a parking lot near my house. It's like completely empty. And so we're just riding over it. And then, so I had Will in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And then one of my other friends, his name was just say C, was standing on top of the roll cage holding on. And then, okay, I'm a guy. I saw these girls. I was trying to impress them, right? Even though I don't like to say it, it's honestly true. I was trying to impress them.
Yeah.
I was just driving and I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a drift. I go pretty fast and then just yank the steering wheel.
Keep in mind, he's trying to do a drift, going left, and the hill is slanted.
Yeah, it is a slanted hill and we were top heavy.
Yeah.
And then, you know, my seat, the driver's seat, was the only one with a seatbelt on. So I was good. I was fine. I wasn't worried. I make the turn. We start flipping. We roll like a few times.
Did we?
Like two.
I
But
closed
like,
my eyes.
another time I put Will in a death situation. Will closed his eyes.
I didn't know what the fuck happened. I just remember we turned left. We started flipping. My eyes were closed. I wake up. I'm outside of the go kart. I don't know how the fuck I got out.
Why are you still friends with this guy?
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get hurt.
Exactly.
You were all having fun.
and the bar almost landed on his head.
Bro.
Yeah. It was like, what is it?
It's a roll cage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll cage. It could have just like snatched my neck
No.
on the ground or something.
But let's
That's
be
true.
honest, me and Will, we're good. I had the seatbelt on. I really barely got any damage.
I got like a little
Right.
big mark on my shoulder.
Yeah, but like we're good.
But what happened to the person on the back?
Person C? He had a rough time. That was a rough day for him. We roll over. He basically breaks his ankle. And then we just, before he realized he breaks his ankle, we all just start laughing because like, we almost died.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. But everyone else had a life-threatening moment. But anyways, so yeah, he basically broke his ankle. And then those girls came up to me. I was embarrassed because I crashed. And not only my friends are hurt. They're like, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're good." We didn't want them to talk to us no more.
We want to get the fuck out of there.
And then we just put him on the back. We put him in the go-kart and just drove back to my house and was like, "Oh, he hopped the fence then." He fell
Yeah,
on
we were
it.
telling that to his dad. He's
Yeah.
like, he hopped the fence, he fell. He broke his ankle.
But like, it was funny because I was complaining the most about my injuries, which I had like a little scab.
You had like a tiny little stab on your knee and you're like,
It still hurt.
Oh wow.
this motherfucker, his legs are bent like two.
I have a scab, you know. But that's one crazy story, you know. Like, what I do, like, it may be dangerous. You gotta think about it. Did we die? No. Did we have fun? Yeah. So like,
fun. Looking back on it,
looking back on it, it's like a great time. Actually, I'm glad it happened.
I'm glad C's okay though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LC is perfectly
yeah,
fine.
big
He's
time.
recovered. But like,
Okay.
I'm fine. Will's all
What grade
good.
was this?
This was like
middle school.
8th grade or 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because of that moment, I know how to drive better.
Do you?
Alright.
Yeah. I know not to do no crazy stuff.
Oh.
I'm not that. It's like it's just like, you know, having fun. You're young. You're dumb.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like I did anything bad, really.
We kind of skipped you, Jimmy. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to Jimmy though.
What?
Anything
Crazy story.
Crazy story.
You got any up in that noggin?
You need water?
Yeah, it's not. I'll be right back. Oh,
That's your water right there.
Which one is it?
Well, we're just taking a little break and
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm get
probably-
some water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will, would you say I'm crazy?
Absolutely.
Eilish?
Yes.
But that doesn't mean it's like a bad thing.
But not
Yeah.
bad. You were crazy.
Just a little
You've
Just a
acted.
little bit.
not normal.
Not normal.
It's not normal.
I'd rather not be normal than crazy.
I had a pretty normal childhood.
You did? How so?
It's pretty normal.
Really? No.
I'd say it's normal.
Okay.
It's probably wasn't normal.
President is normal.
Okay, should we take a break? Should we take a little
We need to-
fiver?
All right, we'll be right back.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
And we're back. Sorry about that cut in the middle of our video. But I think we're just going to end it right here. Thanks for coming on today, Alexis. You guys are great guests. And of course. Alright, guys, just remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what your guys' big pet peeves are and like all the questions I asked in this video. Just let us know. We want to get to know you guys more too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Bro.